giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic of Podcasters Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slinger Tico de Gallo. What's good, Tico?
What it do, what it do. If it did anything else, it wouldn't be what it is. Think about that. And then think about this. What's up, people?
Yeah, what's up, Tico? That was good. That was good. And of course, the first lady of S2T, this quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Key?
What's good, y'all? It's Keisha with a Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka to say I'm hip hopped out is just it's not it. I'm just full of the hip hop spirit as we move into this spring summer concert season. And don't forget, I'm also your mother's favorite mom.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm sure you're tired. I mean, I know a lot of us are tired from this hip hoppy weekend. And sitting in for the social media assassin, Rob the Actual, it is of course our
BJ from BJ and the Bandit.
our favorite permanent guest host, ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Omega. What's good, Bishop?
I would like to say that I am the actual. Muh, muh, muh.
You're gonna get it.
I am ruggedly handsome and geekishly intelligent.
Oh, you gotta hit the side. You gotta hit the side profile when you say that.
You are gonna get it.
Yes, I am
Yes.
Bishop the actual. Muh, muh. Now, what's going on, y'all? That's my impression of Rob. You know, what I'm saying? He sounds like a supervillain. Y'all know it. Y'all know Rob sounds like a supervillain. Like I'm not the only person that thought that.
He does.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, yo. Since I'm not doing Intelligently Ratchet tomorrow night, you know what I'm saying? We're taking a week off because Daddy got work. So you know what I'm saying? How
Okay,
it go?
okay. And we'll definitely get into the work that you're pubbing for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Guys, look, we got a jam packed show for you
sure do.
tonight. And remember, as always, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Audio version is for Straight to Tape, which is powered by Acast. You can find it on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. You see them at the bottom. That's just some of the places that you can find Straight to Tape. Also, make sure you're following us on our social media platforms, Facebook, IG, and Twitter, Straight to Tape. And make sure you're checking us out on our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Hey, before we get into today's action-packed show, of course, how was the weekend, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday was Shame's first stop on his Better Late Than Never tour.
Hmm.
It was super dope. Super dope
Yeah,
people there.
great
Super dope
performances. Great
acts. Great
performances.
performances. Innocence tore it down. There was a cat from that had on an Enlow High School jersey. Don't remember his name. Super dope performance though. Shame
Madison
and Skies.
J.
Hmm?
Shouts out to Madison J. He was one of the most impressive MCs that I saw there when he
Hmm.
came out, and he had on these pink pink tiger stripe pants, and I was like, oh, what the hell? And rhyming,
Yeah, and the emo,
going,
kind of emo rocky type
yes,
vibe.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was dope. That was
but
dope. That was
but
dope.
yeah, it was MCing was great,
Hmm.
and yeah, and then Shame with a
Oh,
special.
Sean Don made an appearance.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
Sean Don
Dunny.
made it.
yeah.
No, Sean Don.
Okay, the back
Well,
twister.
DJ Finn hosted the show.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
however, one of the acts was late, Little Bree, and to kill some time,
Sean Don made an
yeah,
appearance.
Sean Dawn made
Right.
an appearance
So
and
Hmm.
went into his went into his bag of classics.
Hmm.
nice.
And then the homies, the podcasting homies, have you chased your check today? We're
Hmm.
out back taking interviews. Shame and Sky Zoo killed it. It
Yes,
was just a
yes,
great night. And it was an early night too. I was
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Well, I would have been had I not made that last stop.
Mm.
But anyway,
Stop it.
um yeah, it was a good night. It was a
Yeah,
great show. Always like seeing Shame.
yeah. Shot
Just
and
again, we love to see him his stage presence evolve.
his growth. I mean, his growth amazing. Look, shouts out to the homie Josie Mo. Hadn't seen him in like forever.
Hmm.
So you got had a chance to kick it with him, and yeah, I mean, and of course,
Oh, Chef Fee was there. Tour Chef was
yep,
there. Got to
Yeah.
hug her neck. Like so many great people
yeah,
in the
yeah,
house.
and
We've
shouts
got a
out,
great community, y'all.
yeah.
Such a great community.
And look, shouts out to my fellow Knicks fans, Sky Zoo for coming in and just putting it down, just putting it down. I wish he would have did orange and blue everything, but he couldn't do everything.
Read the
In
room.
the
Read the
in,
room,
in,
Perry.
read what?
Read the
Don't
room.
nobody care. Don't nobody care about them damn Knicks.
I mean,
But shout out
Perry
to
can
them
care
Sixers though.
about
Huh?
Talking about them
Perry can
Sixers.
care about him Knicks because he's at home right now. But
You know what I'm
whatever.
saying? Since we went
Yeah,
through
yeah.
and went on ahead and got the other part of New York out of there. Sweet,
Look,
sweet, sweet, sweet.
I'm happy y'all pulled out the broom on the Nets. Okay, so I will say that I am happy. I am happy about that, and hopefully my boys will be putting Cleveland away tomorrow. But
Right.
anyway, and Sunday.
Oh yeah, we got the Celtics, don't we?
No, well, y'all got the
Oh
Celtics
no, you're talking
tonight,
about Sunday.
but Sunday.
So our friends, London Bridge is our normal Sunday spot for me and Tico. Perry don't go out on Sundays. Um,
Because he Christian.
eh,
Shut up.
possibly,
The only Christian
but
that boy, the only Christian about Perry is he watched Little
Christian
Houses on the Prairie
brothers.
and Christian Brothers. He watched Little Houses on the Prairie drinking Christian Brothers. That's the only main Christian about him.
So, a dynamic, action packed Sunday with the Butter Team and the Soul Diggers. They brought out almost everybody in the area to celebrate hip hop's 50th anniversary, birthday, whichever you want to call it.
Nabs
Um,
came up for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Davy D was there.
Yep, yep, yep.
Just it was a great vibe, great people, no problems. Other than I heard they ran out of Hennessy, which I don't care about because I drink
This is for
Jameson.
the peasants.
It's for the peasants.
For the
Um,
peasants.
but just an overall great night to celebrate the culture, and it's not gonna stop. This is just the first of many,
Just the beginning.
you know, different celebrations that are gonna take place over the course of the year. So
It was funny going on social media on Monday, okay, and seeing the number of people. It is split because it was like on my social media timeline. You have folks that went to the London Bridge, and then you have folks that went to the New Edition show in Greenville. Shut up, Rob. Shut up, Rob. And
Look,
and
man.
yeah,
Look,
people that
man.
went to the New Edition show,
yeah.
and they said the same thing Monday morning. I's tired.
Mm.
I
I's
said
tired.
I want to wait. I woke up again on Monday morning, not a princess, so I had to get up and go to work, and it wasn't painful. I just didn't want to work on Monday.
Man, New
Just wanted to
Edition
lay
stay
around
down.
and
What man?
have
New Edition
somebody.
stay down here, man. What's up with that,
Yeah,
man?
they
They
do.
always down here, man. Where they stay in Worthdale or something?
They got to. They start on Creedmoor.
They got to stay there. They got to stay in Worthdale, man, and they got to like pick Bobby up from Greensboro or something. That's the reason why he
Right.
just don't
Yeah,
make shows.
I'll say
Mebane. Bobby lives in Mebane.
Yeah, Mebane. Yeah, listen, Mebane.
but this tour was a little bit weird because I mean they were in Charlotte last month and then they circled back to do
Mhm.
Greensboro.
They probably had dinner
This
with Lavelle or something
no, they
Probably
playing,
didn't.
and
had
I
they
mean,
no. They
played the
probably
store
had to go
around
he
that.
pick up
he
Bobby.
posted
They probably had
he
to pick up Bobby.
posted no
Hmm.
Coach Moten posted
Yeah.
his always new edition pictures with
Yep.
with with the matching wide brim hat. So yeah.
And you have, if you haven't checked out that episode, it's a pretty dope episode. We got Coach Moten on here, and he talks about his growing up with New Edition. So,
Right.
among a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So today, though, so next month I'm going to in May. I'm going to Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
I
What's
never
your
been to Pittsburgh. I heard it's a pretty dope city, but one of my favorite Twitch DJs, and I knew it would manifest like this, but one of my favorite Twitch DJs is having his 50th birthday party, and two more of my favorite Twitch DJs are DJing at that party.
Oh,
So I'm going to
nice.
Pittsburgh. Um,
Wow.
and then June is Roots Picnic, all right? The same weekend of Bembe Fest here, which it always is. Karis One is going to be here. Um, Intro, a bunch of other acts or whatever. Then we just got the notification in July. LL
Hmm.
Cool J is bringing his tour to Raleigh. Like, we don't have to go to Greensboro, Charlotte, to Raleigh with him and De La, The Roots,
Red and Meth,
Juvenile,
Red
Mm.
and
Matt
Meth,
Red and Math.
Juvenile, Jazzy Jeff,
Yeah, Jesse Jeff
and Rakim.
What is
and
this ticket
Rakim.
looking
Yeah.
like? What is this magical ticket
I
look
looked
like?
I looked today, and floor seats are just 144.
That's not bad.
What?
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad
if
at
you're
all.
if if you're smart, okay, because I had people calling me today talking about these damn tickets are $257. I'm like, tickets haven't gone on sale yet unless you have, do
Mm-mm.
you have a pre-sale code? No. Well, then you're looking at some pre-sale. So let one more time, and we might need to make this the vignette, Perry, for real.
Okay, okay. It sounds like a good one, but go ahead.
Me. When concerts are announced, there are so many ticket pre-sale websites, companies, they anticipate the demand for these tickets, and they put their tickets on sale even before the ticket at the venue through Ticketmaster or at the venue go on sale. So, and they make their websites look like Ticketmaster, which has a monopoly on tickets in the United States, but that's a whole nother show, right? Please pay attention to your URL. Pay attention to the dates that Ticketmaster says the tickets are going to go on sale. Someone called me today and said the tickets are $287 when the tickets haven't even gone on sale yet. If you look at Ticketmaster, the price for the floor tickets are 144. Some are higher than that because they have some like packaged in platinum deals or whatever you can buy. But a regular floor seat is 144.50. Pay attention. Stop buying resale tickets. I could see if tickets were sold out at the venue or sold out via Ticketmaster, and you absolutely have to go to this show and you buy a resale ticket. But y'all buying resale tickets before the original tickets even make it to the market. Stop
Mm-mm.
doing that.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. Yep. And that was your ticket buying PSA from the hip hop.
Yes. So
Yes.
yeah, from like the nosebleeds are 55 on down to the floor is like 144, just regular tickets. And then they have like a whole bunch of package deals you can buy. Like I could buy a package to sit with Black Thought for 5 minutes.
Well, why would you pay for that when
I would
you
never pay for that.
yeah when you would end up doing it anyway? You know.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't want to be that celebrity, right?
Hmm.
Because I know, like, if I don't know you, then you know what I'm saying, the type of I don't know you, and you gonna come up to
I
me
don't know,
like,
Bishop. I would never do it as a fan, but I could understanding doing it as a celebrity because all you're doing is like
Hmm.
giving hugs and shaking hands, and they're paying you like an extra, like the
Exactly.
ones at Usher,
right.
Usher in Vegas. Those packages are 15, like $1,000 to $1,500 on top of the ticket price. That's cake, baby.
Yeah.
That's
I
cake.
get it. I get it. I get it. But I'm like,
You got to get
for me,
ready for the. You know, got to get ready for the hip hop
for that,
cons.
for that,
You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God.
Five
Right.
You
times.
know what I'm saying? You know, got the hip hop cons coming, so people got to get ready to start signing autographs and making.
Right, the hip
It's
hop
all.
cons. They got to get ready.
Yeah.
But you
He's
know,
50 years old. He's 50 years
it's
old.
it's a
Ain't no
good hustle.
retirement up
Some
in this bitch, yo.
some
Right.
people are gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
there's nobody really on earth that I would do it for now. I would do it for Michael Jackson.
But to sit with him for 5 minutes, it's like now if you say,
It's
"Yo,
Michael
this
Jackson.
man,"
It's Michael
I guess
Jackson. But
enough to
right now,
smell him.
there's like nobody
I,
walking that I
I,
would.
I might do it for Jill Scott. That's probably who I
You know
would.
what?
You know.
Gills, I might have to pay for two. Get 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I paid for two. Listen. Hey,
You walk out the door, you walk right back in. Whoop, hey, I'm back.
look at me with a different shirt on. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? See,
Nah, but
baby, I'm
there's
willing to
nobody.
change.
There's nobody walking this earth because most of the most of the artists I admire, I've already met
Yeah,
in real life. So
for free. Well,
for free.
outside of the ticket price.
Kelly
Yeah,
Rowland.
yeah.
Kelly Rowland. Maybe Kelly Rowland. You know what I'm saying?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly
She's
Rowland.
not on my list.
Jamie
No.
Lee Curtis, I love you, baby.
Oh yes, yes,
Here we
yes,
go with
yes,
this.
yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah,
Viola Davis.
I would
I would rock with
definitely
Viola
pay
Davis.
for Jamie Lee Curtis. Definitely.
Hey man,
I
you
would
talking
do it
about my
with
lady
Tyler. You
like
know
that,
what I
so
would do it for? I would do it for Tyler Perry because I feel like the Tyler Perry will give me a role in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like, man, you want to play the trash man? Hell yeah, I want to play the trash man. Shit.
That makes
take your,
sense. That makes sense.
take your shirt off.
Okay, okay, Mr. Perry.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, yo guys, look, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this joint started, okay? You know how we do. We take a look at some of the biggest stories
Please
going
do.
on today, in a part of the show that we like to call the headline grab.
Grab.
Now, I gotta admit, this one, was, yo,
I think I can do it all.
this one was so interesting. I had to package it in two, yo. So Tucker Carlson parts and Fox News part ways, and Don Lemon out at CNN.
Salt and
Okay.
pepper.
Now,
So.
now it was wild, okay? Now with this one, I gotta admit, it was wild, and the reason why it was wild was because you had it was like just before 12 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and the news dropped that Tucker Carlson was let go by Fox News.
What day was it? Was that Monday?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday, yep.
Okay? That was
Because
yesterday.
Bill O'Reilly said they had already just made the decision on Sunday night. Somehow he knows.
Yeah, and so getting just really filtering in that news when not even 15 minutes later we get the news that Don Lemon
What happened,
was
P?
let go at CNN.
Somehow I think it's a coordinated effort. I don't and watching like different stories about it today and yesterday. Um Yesterday when it happened, I was thinking that it was the Nikki Haley comment that kind of did him in, but it really wasn't.
And we're talking Don
That
Lemon.
was part of it. It was his refusal, silent refusal, we'll say, to shift his rhetoric from what it has been historically and put a pin in Talib Kweli. What it has been historically in the 17 years he's been at CNN to a more measured and conservative, not viewpoint,
Mhm.
but rhetoric,
Yeah.
right? Because once what Discovery took over, who just bought CNN?
This is part of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Warner, right?
Took over
Byron
CNN,
Allen.
and
Byron
no,
Allen got
that's
it on
not
the low.
yeah. Took over.
He's silent. He's
Yeah.
just silent.
Silent dude.
Well, they took over. Look, they took over CNN, and a new head of operations for the news division, Chris Lick.
Mhm.
Formerly he got a lot of his experience at NBC,
Mhm.
was brought in to head over the department. And their goal, his goal, one of his main goals coming in was to make the news the star. And
Hmm.
this is how he
Right.
put it: to make the news the star, as opposed to the personality, which is
Here
which
comes AI.
yeah,
AI is coming in. They're
which
just going
was
to replace them
yeah,
with
which
AI.
was
Bots.
I mean, which has been driving cable news for over 20 years.
Well, yeah, people have fans, and no matter who you
The
have, they're going to have
personality.
fans. But my
Right.
understanding also is that they want to take a more measured approach as to gain more conservative
Conservative,
viewers,
yeah.
like those ones that left Fox News. They want to try to reel in those more conservative viewers, which is probably not going to happen,
That's
right?
gonna be hard when you
That's
have
like Hatfields and
Newsmax,
McCoys.
and OAN talking that good shit that they like to
Mhm.
hear.
Mhm.
That's gonna be hard. But yeah, Don, look, Don came under the came under the microscope when that happened. All right,
Mhm.
because remember, this is a person that for years had a nighttime show in prime time. Okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
he went from a nighttime show in prime time to doing let me rephrase that: a nighttime show prime time with him as the focal point.
Hmm.
Okay, no
The yeah.
co-host,
Mhm.
him and guest, him and his opinions. Went from that to the revamped morning show with
Mhm.
him, longtime CNN, longtime CNN, news person, morning news person, Poppy Harlow,
Hmm.
and the newbie. When I mean the newbie, she's like
Yeah.
26 years old, really just
Yep.
straight into her big job, Caitlin Collins. All
Mhm.
right, they were setting
Shut
Don
up.
up to
For failure.
get yeah they was
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
it was a move. Look, it was a move set up for failure, and it was only going to be a matter of time before before he was going to be let go. I mean,
Yeah. And
I
just
mean,
generally,
yeah.
if your favorite show switches to 9 p.m. from 9 p.m. at night to 8 o'clock in the morning, what you gonna do?
Yeah,
Right. You're not gonna watch that show.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Child,
saying? I'm not gonna watch
there's
that
too
show.
much other
yeah.
I could see if we were back before streaming and internet and all that shit, but you're probably just gonna
Right.
find something
A
else to watch.
B A B. I came to you like it's one of those things. Is this right here? I heard that Dom tweeted that they didn't even let him know that he was fired. He got fired on his day off,
Well,
which is hilarious to me.
here's the here's the tweet from Don Lemon.
I
I
was
was
informed
informed.
this morning by my agent that I've been terminated by CNN. I'm stunned.
Stunned.
After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly.
You a
At no
nigga.
time, Coop, uh, at no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work that I've loved
Because you
at
work
the
on Friday,
network.
ain't gonna fire you Monday. They gonna fire you at the end of the day. Oh, I'm just go ahead. I'm
It
just
is it is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With
use
that
a nigga,
said,
nigga.
Coop,
Law and
I
order.
want to I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams that I've worked with for an incredible run.
All
There
the
are the
interns I done touched.
talent.
Yeah, and that
Why you had to do
so
that?
that's pretty much how how we found out that he was let go by CNN, and then CNN,
Mm-hmm.
of course, responded to
Say
yeah. Don Lemon's statement about this morning's events is inaccurate. He was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. Now,
I
what it
kind
said,
Oh,
of believe I kind of believe CNN though.
this
I
dude.
I kind of believe
Oh, you
CNN.
think he went on the? You think he went on the whim of the people? You think he's trying to get the whim of the people?
I
He won't pull
think
on Karen.
that how it happened or what had happened was his manager called him and said, "Hey,
Mhm,
cuz,
it's over.
is over,
Yeah.
they want you to come in for a meeting. And he's like, fuck that. I'm not going in for no meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Tweeter, tweeter, tweeter.
Mm.
I
So
mean, it
now
was
it's
the
like,
I think it was like this. Hold on, Kate.
okay.
Maybe it was more like this. Maybe it was like, hey, Donnie.
Donnie.
Hey, Donnie. This is your manager, Cecil McGillicuddy. Hey, CNN is on the phone right now. Donnie, like, what the fuck they want? You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, Donnie. Listen, Donnie. Listen, Donnie. We need you to come down to the office. Man, you know I ain't my roll time ain't until 8:30. I ain't coming. I got shit I got to do. Well, CNN really wants to talk to you. Well, put them on the damn phone. Hey, listen, Donnie, you fired. Boom. We could have did this. We had a cake and everything for you. We was gonna go ahead and let you go. You know what I mean? Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and run
happy,
this shit on
happy
Twitter.
birthday, and sing the restaurant song. Happy,
Right.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy one for you. Happy.
Here is your last day. Bing. Here's your check, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's gonna do. But he got in his feelings and went to Twitter.
No,
Actually,
I
it's
mean,
fu-
but
Yeah,
it's
the
it's
false
just
it,
it's
Christopher
just a
Maker.
job, yeah.
you know,
I
it's
mean, not
funny.
just a job,
Mhm.
but it's a job.
It's funny. The last time I saw him on CNN was this past Thursday. Okay,
Mhm.
where he was, was talking about the virtues of 420. So
Mm.
in the morning.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
He was getting bombed. He was getting bombed up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don was in that. Oh, I picked the wrong choice. I should have said, what they want? What they want?
So what I hear is that Tucker and Lemon got the same lawyer, like some lawyer.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
got this big,
Told
like,
y'all they
big
gonna do
time
a show
lawyer.
together. It's
They
gonna
have a
happen.
this
It's gonna
big
be
time
like
lawyer. Like he like does like multi-million-dollar deals and shit for motherfuckers and shit.
Well, I
it's
mean,
gonna be like celebrity cage match, but with
Oh,
news.
well,
news.
before getting let go, his current
Brian
contract
Fredman.
runs out in 2026.
Mm.
He's still owed $21 million on that contract, which
So
is
what
one of
about
the yeah,
Tucker?
which is one of the reasons why he hired that lawyer. This is actually
Much more.
this is actually the same lawyer that, and we're gonna get to Tucker, who who represents Tucker Carlson. He
Mhm.
also represented represents Chris Cuomo. So when Chris Cuomo got let go by CNN, there's a there's a back pay suit that Chris Cuomo has with
Mm.
CNN. Okay,
Did they
when
did they did that go to court already?
not it's still
Was that a couple years ago though, right?
that happened last year. So
Oh, it's still
barely,
in mediation.
yeah, that one's still in
Okay.
mediation.
Mhm.
He the same law firm also represents Tiffany Cross, who was let go
Hmm.
by MSNBC. This past fall. Okay.
Tucker's in good company.
Yeah.
Mm.
So. Yeah. I mean, there's still money to be owed, and and it looks like this law firm, is one of those law firms that handles things like that. Now,
But everything going back sketchy though. Like back in the days in the 80s when motherfuckers was getting knocked the fuck off. You know, they got rid of old boy from Cash App and all this bullshit popping off. Tom Hanks still making movies by himself. And you
The
know what
guy
I'm
from Cash
saying?
App, that seemed to be
Yeah,
over a
thank
that was
woman.
personal.
and
That was
no, you
that
say
was
what it
personal, yeah.
is.
that was
Say what
personal.
it
But look,
is. It's
look.
from the
They got it
blood of
on tape.
Tom Hanks. Ain't
Uh-huh.
nobody got coronavirus no more. Thank you, Tom Hanks.
All right, Tucker
He just
Carlson.
went down. He just went down a rabbit hole.
Thank you, Key. You beat me to it. Okay, now Tucker Carlson. Okay, uh, and this is just a headline from Los
He's
Angeles
still talking.
Times.
Let
Tucker
him talk.
Carlson departs Fox News pushed out by Rupert Murdoch.
Rupert, how could you?
Now, with Don, they were building it. They look like I said. They were setting Don up for
Illuminati.
this. Okay, this was eventually going to happen with
Hmm.
Tucker. With Tucker, this I'll say this. This was really more of an enough. Enough is enough. Granted, when Tucker Carlson signed off from his show on Friday. It was with the expectation that when Monday rolls around,
He'll be right
You know,
back in there.
his show will be right back on. Which, by the way, the highest rated news primetime news show is
Is
that
this can
it
I say
it.
this?
Mhm.
Is this because of Dominion? Did Dominion come in and was like, you know what? Are we gonna pay? We y'all want to take a settlement? Get Tucker out of here. And they released those tweets, those text messages when he was just like, "Yo, I hate Donald
Bishop,
Trump."
Bishop, I think that's part of the reason.
Very
Okay,
That's
small
part of
part.
yeah,
it.
that's
The
part
other
of it.
part is the lady that sued him, right?
Yeah, his former um producer.
Showrunner.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mhm.
his former producer, who has a
Can
who has a lawsuit
wait.
against him. Yeah.
I need to rewind you.
Hmm.
So I just want to know how his show is the top rated news show in the country. Like, how do those numbers work out? Given,
Because
3 million viewers, 3 million viewers per night.
do
Okay.
you watch it,
No,
Perry?
but there's an echo chamber of
Yeah, I get all of that,
conservatives that
but
watch it.
every exactly everything that we're told, all the polls say that group of people that frequent that type of shit is the minority.
hmm
How is his show that's all they spout the top rated news show in the country? That shit, you
it's a
understand my
concentration
question?
of it. No, no, I
Do you
understand.
understand my
Yeah, I
question?
know.
I
I
think I
understand.
get it
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
Key.
I understand your question. But one, yes, it's a concentration.
It's not,
Two, when you look at the demographic of people that actually watch nighttime news, you're talking a range of 50 and up.
right.
Okay, you're talking a range of 50 and up. The the
And not these
G-
cool 50-year-olds either.
yeah,
These are the
Gen
regular
Z,
old.
yeah, Gen Z,
Gerald
millennials,
Milton, Chris
and
Milton.
part of Gen X, and
You're
part
right.
of Gen X have tuned out of nighttime, of
Hmm.
nighttime news
Yeah, yeah.
shows. Okay,
I
so
don't have cable anymore, so I don't watch any of that shit anymore
it's
because
understandable.
I'm new and hip.
Yeah, it's understandable what the demographic is, and it's also understandable that because that echo chamber is so focused that yeah
Plus,
yeah
So
he
liberal
would have
leaning, so liberal leaning folks don't watch
no.
nighttime news. Like I still don't
they
understand
So
I
that
hold on,
say
hold on,
gap
hold on,
there.
the
key, because we get our as liberals, if we want to call us liberal living people, they read books and get their information from internets and every other places. But
and also watch MSNBC
and also,
and also
but
watch MSNBC.
and we
But
also get.
why is
Well, hold on. But we got to do this
that's
right
the
here. Okay, but
far
I listen,
left?
listen. I want you to look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the map. Okay. Now, know where all the black people are in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the map of America. All the black people are in certain
We on
places,
the
right?
edges. We on the
We on
edges.
the edges, right?
Mhm.
Now, there's 3 million people between Vermont, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa,
Hmm.
Utah. You know what I mean? It's 3 million
Hmm.
people in Utah, easy. You know what I'm saying? In Salt Lake City. So if you take that percentage, yeah, it's easy because the bigger
Yeah, yeah.
population of those
I
social
get it.
services are looking from it's cats in Delaware watching that shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
yep.
All right.
Whole West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah. But yeah,
You
I mean,
wanted to answer
and actually, and going back to the Dominion case, okay, some of the text messages that they found that Carlson put out, you know, was talking disparaging junk about the folks that run Fox News.
Hey,
But who hasn't? Well, who hasn't said "fuck my boss"? You know what I'm saying? I've never said it,
Well, when you
but
say
who's never said
when
it?
you
tell my
when you
boss
say,
to his
yeah,
face.
when you say fuck my boss ain't shit on the heels of this Dominion case and on the heels of a
No, that
harassment
was that
lawsuit.
was that was no. It was revealed on the heels of the Dominion case. He said it during the post-election kerfuffles
No,
Yeah.
no,
mess.
no. Yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is that combined with a
But
harassment
they didn't
case.
know that already. They didn't know that months and months and months and months and months ago.
Yeah, but after the decision, after after the settlement, after the settlement, Rupert Murdoch had that enough is enough point. The same way he had the enough is enough point with Bill O'Reilly, the same way he had enough is enough point with with Lou Dobbs.
What
Hmm.
does
It's time to
Rupert
go.
want? Because when you have these people, like, there is no honor amongst thieves, right? When
Right.
you have these people
There's a payout.
on your network spewing lies on a daily basis, what the fuck makes you think that they're not gonna lie to you or about you or
Word,
to
because
you?
it sounds
Like,
like something.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all. You are pushing an agenda that is not just leaning towards the politics of the right, but
Hmm.
has manufactured facts that
That
are
people.
that aren't, you cannot prove.
But hold on. This too, Key. Manufacture the facts that we thought this guy was a dumbass the whole time, and realized he was just playing a role. I'm just doing this to get a check.
Right. Right. But that's what you want him to do,
Right.
right? But he can't say shit about not wanting to do that.
Right.
You know
Or
what
But
I'm
you
y'all,
gonna
saying?
get
y'all,
I
but
money.
y'all,
God,
y'all, y'all, y'all,
I'm
y'all talk.
playing. Oh God, I'm playing a tree in the Wizard of Oz movie. God damn it, this fucking costume is so itchy.
Right.
Do you know that the dude that I forgot, Buddy Epson,
Hmm.
Hmm.
that played the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, almost died
Yes.
several times
Because of the
playing that
paint.
role
Hmm.
because of the paint and because of the heat of the suit. So this, like, y'all want me to play this Tin Man, but I can't say shit else about it,
Mm-mm.
or I can't say shit else about it and have my text messages leaked. Which
Take
is
out.
it?
Take out.
Y'all, y'all act like this, this is nothing new, yo. This is
Hmm.
nothing new. They'll put you there and they'll take you down. It's the
Oh,
same scenario.
absolutely.
And the thing about it is this is the thing that gets me. Okay, so I I never thought that peripheral in my lifetime that I would see that people there would be multi-billionaires.
Hmm.
When I was young, being multi-millionaires was the shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody strove for. So, they do these things, they put you there, they find your vices, find out what you like. And the crazy thing about it is everybody is recording your ass, young.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
shit is that shit is bananas.
I
That
mean,
shit
how
is
did I
fucking
want to know how
bananas,
these
yo.
text messages got leaked though? Like, was it from, like,
Man,
is it
IT
because
people,
there's
man.
CNN phones? Like, I don't really do shit on my own phone because I've got all kind of authenticators. I've got my work email on there. I got my, I just don't.
These were. I
But
mean,
no, it's like this. So if I'm sending
these
it to
were.
you, Key, if I'm sending it to you, I'm like, yo, I'm giving my thoughts and everything like that, and the text
Hmm.
message leak. It ain't come from his side. It came from the whistleblower side.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. There is a whistleblower.
Yeah, it's gotta be the whistleblower.
Yeah,
That's why you can't make friends with people at work. Just work.
Shoot.
Just do your
Which gets
work
me, which,
and go
which
on
gets me
home.
which gets me confused about. I'm sorry to switch
go ahead.
gears
Go ahead.
with about what I'm saying, like power, like what I'm saying, like we be watching power and I like notice like damn they doing a whole lot of texting on their phones and
Hmm.
I was just like ain't this
Rico.
some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Let's go back. Let's go back. What we were talking about.
um, like I said, and even look, even in his case, he still got some money owed to him. All right,
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna
and
get that money
yeah,
now? You believe that?
they're gonna get the money. I ain't gonna lie, I am still wondering. What's next. Um, you know,
Duo. Duo show. Come on.
and
Oreo
I
cookies.
seriously,
Salt and
I'll say
pepper.
this. I say this. That's
Shannon
funny.
Sharp,
Yeah,
Shannon Sharper, no.
Mhm.
yeah, and that
Skip.
Skip.
that's funny. I'll say this. I don't see it. If I'll say this, from I would with Don, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up over at News Nation with Chris Cuomo.
Thank you.
Okay, that that wouldn't surprise me. With with Tucker,
He gonna
um,
have to reduce some of that the expenses he got though. He's not gonna get CNN money
he's
Hey
not
anyway.
gonna
yo,
he's not gonna get that at
he could
Newsmax.
probably get that at the Joe Button podcast.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I think Joe Button could.
he's not gonna get that at Newsmax. He's not gonna get that at
You get
OAN.
that BET.
However, I would
Going over
keep
there and sit with Roland Martin.
I
The
Uh,
would
other
keep I would
whew.
keep an eye on Rumble. Keep eye
mm,
on Rumble. Definitely keep an eye on Rumble.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, like they shoot, they just scooped up DJ Academic.
Uh-huh.
Trust me. They would scoop. They would
Let's see
pay
how
more
bad-
for Tucker Carlson.
Mm,
mm.
mm,
Mm.
But do we pay more? Do we pay more to Tucker Carlson, realizing that he's been capping this whole time? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Do
a
they not
good
catch?
ass fucking
For
point,
the,
Bishop.
but here's the whole thing: for the crowd that he's talking to, they don't care. That's the whole thing.
You don't think they
They
cared that
no.
they saw his text messages saying "fuck Donald Trump"?
Trump, right?
No, no. You know
The
why?
hero.
Because even before Trump, okay, Tucker Carlson was always spouting alt right theories, alt right opinions. Okay, you don't
Hmm.
you don't need Donald Trump to do that. You don't. I mean, granted, he's the leader. You don't. Okay, and Tucker Carlson has a following that would still follow him. I don't think that whole 3 million is gonna follow him because one, they old. They ain't gonna follow. I don't see them following him to Rumble. However, okay, he still has a voice that another platform can pick up, and he could be on the route of being Alex Jones.
Look, man,
I don't
people
know.
people are doing people doing build. I'm sorry, Keith. People doing deals now where therefore they'll get a piece of the pie. Like I'll give you some shares of the company, or give you some. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If it's of the
Mhm.
company to offset. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not giving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
having
I
the
get
loot to
that
get
part.
you.
I get that part.
So
But
yeah,
again, as we've seen, stock is volatile. So
right,
that's a whole nother story for another show.
right.
However, I think that with both Fox News and CNN, most of their core base is going to stick with them
Hmm.
and let those other people go.
Brand loyalty.
Put case in point, I've always watched Channel 5 Morning News, my local Channel 5 Morning
Hmm.
News. That's the channel that my TV is on when I turn it on in the morning, when I wake up in the morning. The whole shit flipped from one major network to the other. Guess what happened? I still watch my Channel 5 news. And then whatever the fuck comes on after that, because of the network flip, is
Hmm.
what I watch now. So now I'm stuck with fucking Hoda.
Brand loyalty.
Hmm.
Let's stick.
Right.
It goes.
But that brand
Yeah.
loyalty is to
The
my
network.
my local network,
Yeah.
what I'm turning on, all the images I
Mm.
see, the blue 5 and the white circle
Mhm.
shit, right? I think a lot of people are like that. So they're gonna stick with CNN. They're not gonna follow these guys. I mean, they for the major stuff, for your regular time, your normal time slot, they gonna catch up with them, but it's not
Mhm.
gonna be like, oh, lift and
It,
shift of fan base
it's
to wherever they go.
it's not going to be like those numbers. Like whoever ends up getting the Tucker Carlson slot at 8 p.m., it's still going to be a majority of those regular Fox viewers that are going to watch them. Okay, but you are still going to but you're going to have a good amount of Tucker Carlson loyalists that are going to follow Tucker where he's going. However, the brand loyalty is always going to be to the network. I'll
Hmm.
say that.
Right, because I don't
And
know
that
on other channels. You get
that
the
yeah
crowd.
that
That I
right.
don't I don't feel like switching the ticker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The ticker.
Exactly.
The
And,
clicker.
and I'm glad you
Ticker.
mentioned that. Switching the ticker. So we got the announcement over the weekend. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson at a rally in Alamance County announced his bid for governor,
He's gonna win, y'all.
where he's looking to be the first uh, governor of African American descent in the state of North Carolina.
He's gonna win.
Now, controversial, of course,
He's
Mark
gonna win.
Robinson, extreme right candidate, who during this during his announcement, talked about reparations and mentioned how blacks owe whites reparations. Okay,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
not what he
whoa,
said.
whoa!
That's not what. That's not what he
Hold
said. And
on.
I wanna address that right now. Go ahead and
Okay,
play the
okay.
video,
I know.
and I want y'all to really
I'm sorry.
listen
No,
to him.
Key, I couldn't.
That's what.
I
That's
couldn't
what
find a clip
head.
that we could play.
Okay,
Okay.
but that's what the headline
Yeah.
said when in reference to this particular piece of video. That is not what he said. I still don't agree with what he said, but that is not what he said. He basically said that whenever he talks to someone about reparations, that, ooh, I made this liberal so mad because I told them that they owe reparations to those that have taken lashes in the slave fields, carried flags across bridges during civil rights, been eaten by dogs, the ancestors. He never said anything about owing reparations to white people. Now, I don't like this motherfucker, but he did not say that shit. He didn't say it.
Okay. On
So,
that, look, I'll say this on that one. I stand corrected. Would it
yeah,
surprise?
he didn't say
But
that.
would it?
But you're
Would it
not the only one that
surprise
thought
me?
that.
Yeah, but would it surprise me if he did say it? No.
No, not
That's
at
the
all. But
problem.
in
That's the
that clip,
problem.
in
Can I
that, now
say?
I got to
Can I
pour
say
some
this?
more liquor.
I'm and Key. You're more a financial person than I am, and Perry, you and Tico, you guys are a lot smarter than me. But there is a way you could pay reparations, and it doesn't have to come from the government. All you have to do is this right here. Look at the companies that gained money from the slave trade and simply give a percentage, almost like a taxable income, a percentage of your yearly earnings. And guess what? You can pay the equivalent of 40 acres and a mule because it's that much commerce. Like for real, if you're of African American descent,
Absolutely.
cotton.
There's plenty of ways to do it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ways to do it. However, people like this guy come just think that it's people asking for a handout. They absolutely neglect, and I still have not gone back and watched that Dr. Phil episode. Dr. Phil's got some good fucking content nowadays. Like today's show was
Dr. Phil.
about today's show was about influencers, like social media
Mhm.
influencers, and they're the uptick and the detriment. Like it was good content. But anyway, so nobody that is against reparations wants to talk about the generational poverty caused by the time period from slavery through
Jim Crow,
now.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about how
Redlining.
two kids born on the same day, one was black and one was white, had completely different lives just because of the color of their skin. And even any small familial wealth that a black family built up was normally taken
Mhm.
and or burnt down by the establishment.
Key,
No one wants to talk about that.
That would be admitting that systemic racism
Exactly.
exists.
And this
Right.
nigga wants to
that's
get
not
rid.
there.
He doesn't want to talk about any
Yeah.
of that stuff. And that is just pulling yourself up by your bootstraps is an admirable quality. It is.
But you
I'm
gotta
not
have the
gonna.
boots.
But you got to have the motherfucking
The
straps.
straps. Thank you. Well said. Well said.
So I
It,
tell this fucking story all the time, and it's why my kids are like they are. I believe part of it is that they're excited to go to the fair. We're watching the news. I think they were like 5 and 6 or 6 and 7, and we're watching the news, and they're talking about the fair, and they're talking about a family of silversmiths. So it was the youngest son, or we're the son
mm-hmm.
and his father, his father, and his father. They were all still alive. And the big thing was going to be they were all going to be at the fair, the North Carolina State Fair, doing silversmith shit. Guess what? We don't
What?
have that because we
Nope.
weren't allowed to. And even if we got to the second fucking generation and got successful enough in our own fucking community, we weren't trying to sell to you, in our own community, the establishment took that shit away. So we don't have that generational wealth that passed from the great 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 grandfather to the great 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 grandfather to the
Mm-hmm.
great grandfather to the grandfather to now. We don't
Right.
have that. We don't have that road. Most families don't have that. So, yes, it is an admirable quality to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And it is an admirable quality to have been able to do that with what I don't even know his background, but with whatever you were given. However, the understanding of the generational poverty that
Mm-hmm.
runs a bead right along with the generational wealth that came from antebellum times, to ignore that is just stupid because
Right.
it exists, and mostly in black and brown households. I just don't understand. I don't I do, but I don't. Like I just it seems like
Because
intelligent people it would be
no,
it's just numbers, right?
what it
It's
what it what
numbers.
it
It's
what it
literal
is key.
numbers.
What it is key. They take the educational system and say, "Hey, slavery stopped," and they thought, and they didn't get into. So what it is this right here. You didn't get into the real Jim Crow at school. We didn't get to, and I'm glad I grew up in Philadelphia because again, the teachers didn't care. Like, yo, it's a black city. We gonna teach you black stuff, right? But at the end of the day, no one would Jim. There are some places that you could go to that they don't know about Jim Crow because they're still actually still living in it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and this right here because everybody wants to say, oh, slavery. This is what happened. Slavery stopped. Then Martin Luther King. Now black people good. Like that's you know what I'm saying. That's how people think. It's like whoa, whoa,
And it's
whoa.
funny you
Back.
say that, Bishop, because there was that Indian. I saw a clip today
Mhm.
about on Don Lemon. He was with the blonde chick and an Indian dude, and the Indian dude was trying to tell him that once black people got their Second Amendment rights, that they was good. And Don was like, basically, how the fuck you gonna tell me as a black man that has lived this black skin all my life
That I'm good.
that
Yeah.
we're not good? Like we're not good. We're not good. And
And the
so
guy he
the
was
guy
and the guy he was
precedent,
talking to
precedent.
is running for president.
Mm.
Mhm,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Okay, the guy Don was talking to is yeah I mean he's a guy that's that's running for president. Um, back on Mark Robinson real quick. So and this is just some information that I found. Let's see, the beginnings of his interest in conservative politics went back to reading a book that was written by Rush Limbaugh and discovering that he was conservative.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, and
you discover.
then
Hold on.
uh,
Like you discovered that you're
he
conservative.
discovered he
Like
was conservative
oh
and
shit,
realized he real,
I've been
real,
liberal this whole time. I've been lying to myself.
and realized he had already been conservative. Then
I've had these feelings forever.
he had a debate with the Greensboro City Council,
Okay.
who were debating over canceling a gun show, and he was there defending the rights of the gun show, and that went viral.
Mm.
And from there, once that went viral, he he started setting up uh, public speaking, and
Hmm.
public speaking jobs, and then from there, that led into him. That led into him running for his first campaign, which was lieutenant governor in 2020.
Hmm.
I also know, and I should have saved it because it's probably been scrubbed from the internet. But he called, what did he call Michelle Obama back when he was running for lieutenant governor?
Was it a monkey or something
It
like
was
that?
like a gorilla or
Yeah,
something, or monkey
Wow.
or
yeah,
something.
Mhm.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he. Let's just say this: looking at his beginnings and going viral and public speaking, I mean, he sounds familiar to me. Okay,
Ooh,
he
don't you
really.
do it.
I'm not gonna
Don't you
do it,
mention
but
Voldemort on the show.
I'm not mentioning him. But
But
it,
the same with him is the same I felt about that dude. Like, you
hmm
have a black wife
Hmm.
and black kids. And I get there. I was watching Against My Will, but the new Kerry Washington show on Hulu
hmm
with
I'm prison.
what's yes.
It's
I
funny.
I I can't really stomach Kerry Washington, but the rest of the show was so great
Right.
that I stomached her for the show. The father, played by
Delroy.
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo.
LeBron James, actually. You know what I'm saying? Is
Delroy Lindo. He takes them back. So she's always dated white men. The son really doesn't hang around anybody. You know what I'm saying? The son's half white, or her son's half white. And so he gets out of prison and he comes and lives with them. And so he takes him back to Alabama because he's got to get his birth certificate or whatever. And he mentioned a term that I had never heard before. It's called negrosity. Nope. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Uh oh no. Negrescence.
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 Okay.
Negrescence describes a process of becoming black or developing a racial identity. Negrescence extends through history and impacts those victimized by racism and white supremacy. Recent psychological adaptations instigated identity information, blah, 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 blah. So there's these different stages of negrescence, right? So basically, in this instance, it's I have, like, me
Hmm.
I went through
hmm
this, right? I lived in a mode. My parents moved us to from DC to a mostly white neighborhood. I had all white friends for the most part, except for Felicia and a
Hmm.
few others. Hey, Felicia. In elementary school, same thing in middle school. I was the black girl in the group of whites. There was one black boy in the group
Right.
of whites. um and then I went to INLO, and it was just, so that's where my negrescence began, like understanding the shift. And there's
Right.
like 5 different stages or whatever. Some people do that in reverse, I think.
They regressance.
Digresses.
Call
Re
callgressance.
re
They re niggers.
Reneging on life.
re anti negrescence,
Anti negressance.
maybe.
Niggas,
They do
Maybe.
it the
niggas
opposite
reneging.
way. So maybe they come up in the hood or whatever, and then they skip back like they do in the Far Side video, like backwards in their life, to get to a place that they deem is worthy of acceptance,
So they
right?
Sammy Sosa. They Sammy Sosa him. They're going. They're
Right.
going. They're
They're going backwards.
backwards.
So they
Mm.
they they root themselves in this agenda. And let's be clear, again, we say this all the time on the show. We don't hate Republicans. We
Mm-mm.
don't hate a conservative agenda.
Mm-mm.
In fact, if we talk to most of our parents and line up the conservative agenda line by line, they agree with most of those motherfucking points. That's not it. That is politics. We are
Hmm.
talking about the morality that has creeped into politics. So, or those those different laws that each side, right, has a different moral standing ground on that belong absolutely nowhere in politics is basically what politics is now. You
Right.
can't even really determine what the law should be based on all of the morality or the
Right.
moral high and low grounds that exist between all of the parties. You cannot. So let's be clear. We're not anti any party here. We are pro fact. And the
Right.
fact is that a lot of people root themselves on either side and surround themselves with this morality donut
Hmm.
and want to call it fucking politics.
Well, morality donut with an ideological glaze. And
Yeah.
that's
Absolutely.
where
Got to put
you
that
get it
glaze on
right
there.
there.
That's what.
And that's
You
where
got to put that glaze on.
That's the glaze on.
Yeah.
and that's that's where you get it. I mean,
Yeah,
And if
so
you're feeling
people like
really, and if
him,
you're really, and you're feeling really freaky, you motherfucker sprinkle a little bit of racism on top of that. Good
yeah,
old
thank you,
systemic
thank
racism
you.
sprinkles.
And look,
xenophobia,
I have
transphobia,
known, yeah,
homophobia, sprinkle all them sprinkles
yep.
on
Yeah.
there, right?
I have known black conservatives all of my life. Okay,
Mhm.
I've known, but and I've had good conversations with black conservatives
It's
all
a
of
new
my
wave
life.
of them, right?
But look. But this nigga here, this nigga here, all right. I know that's the type, that's the type of black conservative that it's hard for me to support because all you support are talking points.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, why the fuck in your announcement speech did you even bring up reparations? Has
Because he was
reparations
right.
even
You know why?
been
Because he was in Alamance County and he was a bunch of white
exactly?
voters. That's
Hmm.
why.
Exactly. Reparations hasn't even been a question in North Carolina. It hasn't been brought up in any nothing.
Mm.
I don't think.
I mean,
You're
look,
pandering, sir.
you're
You're
talk
pandering.
you're talking, you want to talk about those that got bit by dogs for rights, yet you out here with your lips around a fucking dog whistle, talking to you talking to the ancestors of those white folks around you
Right.
that was sick in the dogs on
That was.
the
It's like
people
this.
that, yeah,
If these people didn't get the dog sick on them, you couldn't be in a position that you're in, stupid. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's like this. Just like Homeboy when we talked about the other time when he was like, if my daughter allows, and I said, you know what? Consent and allow is two different things. What
Hmm.
someone allows you to do, you know what I'm saying, and being consenting, that's two different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? People want these talking points. You want to be salacious. You want to say the thing. You want to be like, oh, boom, because what it's doing this right here. Tucker just showed you that. It's like I don't believe in the shit that I'm talking about, but guess what? Is it gonna get me the bag? Is it gonna get
Right.
me the bag? So
Right.
again, it's like this. I'm not mad at you for being an actor. Shit, I don't. I'm not mad at Arnold Schwarzenegger for being the Terminator. I'm not mad at Sylvester Stallone. I'm sure
But
Vietnamese people ain't mad at Sylvester
but
Stallone for shooting up a bunch of
Bishop
Vietnamese.
I'm
at
mad at
their
Cobra.
in
I'm
their
mad at him as
role,
Cobra. So
they're supposed to tell the truth.
Mm.
In their positions, they're supposed to. Yes, I get what exactly what you're
Right,
saying,
right.
but at that
Is
point, you
it?
become a liar, and
Is
nobody
it?
seems to care
Is
about
it?
that shit
Is
nowadays,
it? Is
anyway.
it?
But
Is it to the simple fact that people are accustomed to being lied to so much that
Mhm.
we're just accustomed to being like who lies to us the best?
Hmm. Because that
exactly.
proves it.
Who lies to
Yeah.
us the best?
Mhm.
Who lies
Mhm.
can I stomach the best? You know
Who
what I
text
mean?
messages don't get leaked, so we eventually
Yeah.
find out the truth. Like all of that comes into play nowadays.
Right.
Right,
And it's
right.
like this. It's that we're coming from a participation trophy society, right? And this is what it all runs down to. Nobody wants to look at the stark place of winners and losers. Like, yeah, it's like this. Like I just posted something. I was gonna post something earlier today. Was like, yo, I want you to be better than me. I pray for you to be better than me. I pray for you to be greater than me and everything like that. But just as a matter of fact, that some of you cannot be greater than me. You cannot step on this joint because you are not ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, as much as as I want you to succeed, you're going to be a failure, and that's okay too.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? That's okay too, because with the failure, there's learning. And that's what we're doing right now. We don't want to have that hard talk. We don't want to tell the truth. So guess what? You got to deal with the shit. So what we do is this right here. We surround ourselves with participation trophies. You know, that's what we do. So we get in these echo chambers. We get on CNNs and we get the people that make us feel comfortable in the thing instead of them saying, and they're going to look at it like this: oh, these people are coming because we're saying this right here. So we're going to keep
Confirmation
saying
bias,
it
baby.
Mm.
because I need to make money. And that's it's
Confirmation
about
bias.
money now. That's all it is. It's like,
Mhm.
yo, because when you put people in the truth, oh shit, to see them crumble, because the first thing you do when people say people crumble, it's not always. It's not always, oh, I'm gonna crumble and I'm gonna shade in. Sometimes that turns into rage and anger because you done ripped the damn band-aid off.
Mm.
Mm.
You done
But
ripped the band-aid off.
everybody doesn't care. The truth is so blurred nowadays. The truth, the actual truth, is so blurred nowadays, and
Right.
it's Donald
It,
Trump's fault.
no, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna give him full blame on this. All he did was capitalize on something that had been building for a generation. That's
The
all he
Obama
did.
wave.
Even before then, I mean, and
Mm,
I always say, you look, you could take it as far back to 1994 in the contract with America, and and the angry white man wave.
hmm
You could take it as far back as as Reagan and the conservative revolution. Okay,
Hmm.
hmm
it's been sitting here, it's been building for a generation, and now it's here. And just like Bishop say, and I think this is just a good place to wrap. I mean, it is time to take the band-aid off it so it can hurt. Now,
Hmm.
just on one final word on Mark Robinson. More than likely, his opponent is going to be Attorney General Josh Stein. Okay, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to call a winner because it's too early to call a winner. However, this is going to be trust you me. This is going to be the most watched gubernatorial race in the country come 2000
Gubernatorial.
come 2024.
Rejuvenation. To be juvenated and then
You know what?
lose to be
I might
juvenated and be
actually just.
rejuvenated again.
I got to look at Stein's platform.
Hmm.
I re-registered as an independent last time I got my license renewed or whatever, but I might just stump against this dude. I just it makes me so angry. But anyway, um, let's transition to the the B and the T real quick and then wrap this shit up. But so both Donald Trump,
Being the T. Yeah, freaking
Donald Trump, the both Biden and Trump have announced their
Oh my
plans to
God.
run for the
Yeah, yeah,
2024 election.
yeah.
So let me just read y'all. I was watching
Hmm.
some television program before I hopped on here tonight.
Hmm.
And some survey said that they the survey participants were asked what are their feelings around a rematch of Biden Trump 2024. And 38% of them said
They said what?
Exhaustion.
Oh
exhaustion.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm,
Like I'm
29% of them said fear.
mm.
And 16% of them said excitement. So that's that core that we're talking about,
Yep.
right? Nobody wants these motherfuckers to run.
Yeah.
Neither side.
like for
And the
real. Like
fact that Biden was asked about that at a press conference, I pressed her yesterday, I think.
hmm
And he basically said, I don't give a fuck. I'm running anyway.
yo,
Really
Joe Biden.
does
So for
not sit well in my craw
Joe
at
Biden
all.
said, you know what, y'all, I wanted to be president for 67 years. Y'all let me be president. I ain't giving this up. I'm gonna die in office, motherfuckers.
Bernie might make it this time. Bernie just might make it this
Yeah,
time.
I don't want to see
Come on,
Bernie.
Bernie.
I don't want
Come
to see
on,
Bernie in
Bernie.
there either, man.
President, like
Go one last
I
time,
just
Bernie.
that line of thinking really is concerning to me Because nobody wanted them motherfuckers to run in the like. Nobody wanted Biden to run. I don't know how the Trump people feel because I don't really know no Trump people. I know one, but so the people literally, and they. This is not just this single poll. There have been multiple polls over the last few weeks, and they all say the same thing. They don't want either of these motherfuckers to run.
Right. Get out
So
the way.
as the president of the United States, when the people tell you that they don't want you to run, what do you do?
You not. I think it's right here. At that point in time, you're in the way. You're in the way. Right.
That get
You're in the way. It's like almost like it's like the old sinner in the thing. He don't want to
And
come. He
by
don't
then
want.
he'll be 84, right?
listen, listen,
Right.
listen. If
I'm
we
not.
if we don't if we don't get if we don't if the if the Democrats don't throw some young blood up in that piece,
They got a
but
chance.
this is what I think might happen. So yes, Trump will come and Trump will grab. I don't know what that noise is, yo, but Trump will come and grab a
Oh, hold on,
majority.
Tico. Hold on, Tico. There, Trump is on trial, right? A federal civil trial for raping a woman in a damn uh, what do you call it? Dressing room in a store 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Right.
Macy's in I think it was it a Macy's in Manhattan, but yeah.
But right, but okay, but listen. So let's just say he finagles out of that and he runs, whatever. He grabs a certain amount of votes, right? Santos or the Rock or whoever the hell he's gonna be next week. You know what I'm saying? Karras one,
Santo?
whoever the fuck he is gonna be. That motherfucker. I'm telling you, man, they're gonna swing the fucking votes at this motherfucker, man. He is the puppet. His eyes are too big. Can't you see the hand stuck up his ass? Can't you see he's a I'm telling you, dog.
He's a muppet.
I'm telling you, son.
Muppet.
I'm telling you. Y'all all
Um,
right, man? I think y'all all
no,
right, bro?
I mean, look, right now we're exhausted. Okay, I'll say this: on the Democratic side, it's hard. Okay, when you have a incumbent president. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it is kind of his right to run for reelection,
Right.
regardless if you want to see him or not.
Hmm.
Um,
Who else is there though, Perry,
right now,
on the Democratic side?
there's
Like
a
that's bubbling.
bench. Here's the whole thing. There is a bench, but that bench is not going to challenge him this time around. You got guys like Gavin. You got guys like Gavin Newsom. Okay, who I was hoping would run this time around. You got Gretchen Whitmer. Okay, who's going to be a major name?
Big Gretch from
Yeah,
Detroit.
yeah, who's going to be a big name in the Democratic Party,
Mhm.
and and you got the new star. You got the new star in Maryland, who is going to, who I'll call it right now, is a future It is
The
not only
Baltimore mayor.
no, the
Oh,
governor,
oh,
West,
oh,
what's
gotcha,
West?
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
what's happening?
Who's going to be who's going to run in the future. Even on the Republican side, you have Nikki Haley. You have Nikki
Mhm.
Haley that's running. Okay, you have that Indian guy we were talking about earlier, who I'm completely discounting. Yeah, you have you
I
know
don't know, Peter. There's a very large Indian population up in this
What
piece,
I'm
yo.
what
But
I'm
that's
saying
what
is this.
But that's what Nikki Haley is there for,
She's
and she
Indian
has
American.
yes,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
and
That's right. That's right.
she has more experience. Okay,
Mhm.
you have the possibility of Tim Scott running. Okay, you have the you have the possibility of Asa Hutchinson, the former governor of Oklahoma, running.
Mhm.
Okay, so there is a bench. However, the bench ain't as loud. Oh yeah.
As the two motherfuckers talking.
Yeah, the bench is not as loud as the two cats that
Hmm.
are talking. That's one of the reasons why you'll get a rematch. The only person at this point right now that I can that that's even close to breaking through
DeSantos.
would be DeSantis. That's the
DeSantis.
only one
Hmm.
that I would see breaking through.
Santos.
But also at the same time, it
Toast.
is March. It is March. A lot of these candidates or possible candidates wait till July rolls around. Then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when you're gonna
yeah, yeah.
see. And that's when you're gonna see
And
those
we'll keep
moves made.
y'all all abreast of what's going on. This is Perry's shit, so he
Yeah,
always
pretty
makes sure
much.
that we're in the know.
Yeah. Pretty
And
much,
so
pretty
as the
much.
political, as presidential races and those other races, especially this big gubernatorial
Especially,
race,
Gubernatorial.
gubernatorial. Ooh,
yeah,
be that refer
especially, and look, and as I always remind you, any municipal elections that are going, that are happening, make sure you are getting involved because the change, the change starts from the local level. Okay,
Absolutely.
I mean Tennessee is clear proof of that right now. Okay,
Hmm.
Tennessee is clear proof of that right now. Just always stay involved. Yo, Bishop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that Perry's playlist consists of I'm Only a Bill and and the national anthem sung by Roseanne Barr.
Oh
You,
God.
He ain't even got Whitney on there. He's
you
just
know I
that.
got you. Yo,
He's
you know
just that.
I still got
Just that.
I still have the Schoolhouse Rock collection on
Mm,
DVD. So
Oh
yeah, it's
yes.
shit.
funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you brought that up. Yo, Bishop, man, what you got
So
going on, man? You said you got something going on tomorrow, right?
yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be. I'm not. We're not gonna be on Intelligently Ratchet tomorrow because I'm gonna be doing that right there. The No Love Open Mic by my homegirl Alicia Marie. You know what I'm saying? So come on out. It's an all the way open mic. So it's not just music. It's comedy. It's singing.
All
It's
the way.
the bungles. It's an all the way open mic. That's why I like to call them.
Bungas? The
It's about
bungas?
we're about to have a variety show. You know what I'm saying? So come on out with all your talents. You know what I'm saying? There's an open mic for you. You know what I'm saying? It's $5 in advance, $10 at the door. You know what I'm saying? You get in, sign up on the list and everything like that. Let's go ahead and rock out. I'm gonna be the host. This is her first ever one.
Mm.
So she asked me if I could be a part of it, and I don't mind doing it. So come on out, watch me host for this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Is that local 506?
No, it is actually at the it's 3206 Guest Road in Durham, North Carolina. So there it is. It's right there on the flyer. You
Got
could
it,
get
got it,
my,
got it.
you know what I'm
Got
saying?
it.
Come on out. Come
Nice,
on out.
nice, nice, nice,
And
nice.
and that's not all.
Mm.
A couple of days after that, Saturday, we got Beats and Bars right there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You see that segue. You see that segue. April the 29th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? At the tobacco campus. Y'all know where the big where the water tower is. That's where we're gonna be at.
Hmm.
Come to the water tower. We're gonna have seating, we're gonna have games, we're gonna have vendors and all that stuff. Cornhole's gonna be going down.
So good to
You
stay
know what I'm
home this
saying? So
weekend. Damn it, Bishop.
yeah, Josh Gunn's gonna be there. Desana Hano's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out, and a couple other artists. But you know what I'm saying? Come out to see them. My homeboy Wadi's coming out, and you know it's by the people of Beats and Bars, my family. You know what I'm saying? I've been there since day one. We 8 years in, bro. We 8 years in. So come on our eighth birthday. You know what I'm saying? Rock with us at the American Tobacco.
If I'm not there, I'll send my proxy, which is my kid.
Yeah, send him in, send him in. You know what I'm saying? He's a fly dude, man. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's a fly guy.
Thanks.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, look, thank you for joining us on another informative and entertaining episode of Straight to Tape. Remember, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, on Facebook Live, and Twitch. Make sure you catch the audio version of Straight to Tape, and check us on our social media platforms. Uh, Bishop, once again, thank you for joining us this
Hey,
evening.
hey, one thing I want to say though too. If y'all can get Cards, the game Cards Against Humanity, right? They have
Hmm.
a family version for your kids. It's
Oh.
listen. The family edition of Cards Against Humanity. Get this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Get this. When I
I'm
say
just
this right
old
here,
enough to cuss and stuff now. But
listen. It's still Cards Against Humanity without the cussing. Like
Mm.
it's a lot of sick stuff in here that you know what I'm saying. It says it's a game for mature kids and mature adults. And guess what? I am right there for it. Listen, so get that. That's a buy, the Bishop buy, if you would. get get this joint right here. You know what I'm saying? Play with your
Content.
grandmama during church or whatever.
Lord, Lord. Okay. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna do something weird this evening. Tico,
Mhm.
have the last word, my brother.
Due to the rise of my peers and their health, I've come to the conclusion that I'm not as knowledgeable with health that I thought I was. Trans fat is that fat that's
All right, guys. I'm. You know what? You know what?
Yeah, I know. I know, Key. I know. I know. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo!
You know, is he? Do you think he's still talking?
I,
He probably is.
he's probably in like
Yep.
chapter
and
four now.
and
He's
and
probably in
and
chapter
and
four of his
and, and I, when I
dissertation. This
was and
probably is going
then
to be mind
and
blowing.
I told
But
myself,
we want you guys to be
because I
monetized.
was exercising, I said, Tico, you're gonna do some push-ups today. And I did. I did like 15 push-ups today. The orange sherbet kind. Uh, I did those. I ate like 15 of those. Um,
Push ups.
um,
Oh shit! They got a bunch of trans fat in them. Oh man.
do some jumping jacks, motherfuckers. That's all I got to say.
And
Oh
on
shit.
that note, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.